My name is Christopher Lee Z. This is my MPX superhero themed POL. My superhero name I chose is Arc Zenith Polaris Epsilon Artemis Grande Zero Zinc Deme CMD Gastrum Raster Thy Oblivious of the 7,296,007,026 congregated dimensions of worlds which I have been summoned to join the MPX program and obliterating all obstacles that stand in the way of graduation.
What?
Yeah.
And it's superhero themed. So.
Yeah, keep going, Chris.
Yeah.
Keep going. You're fine.
First off, this I would consider a baseline skill because critical thinking is evident everywhere in MPX. Every day, practically, we do it, no matter what we do. And in MPX, the MPX instructors don't always make the challenges. There's kind of like natural challenges where kind of sometimes we might make our own challenges on accident. One example I have is our system overflowing. We didn't really take into account like the water flow, so we kind of had to adjust it to be a bit lower so everything went out smoothly. And you could correlate this with like water goblins causing the issue or something. So it's super. And in this remark, there's always room to improve. Well, I feel that I have room to improve, a lot of room, and yeah. Next up is visual arts, where I encountered the non-sentient motable object called clay. I already take ceramics, so this wasn't much of a challenge for me, but practice makes you better, well, at least good practice in this case. First, we took the clay, we kind of shoved it in an extruder, and it pushed out a solid cylinder. Next, we took that solid cylinder and placed it in a super duper clay extruder, which then made it hollow. Next, we carved on a downward spiral motion along the vertical plane, which would be the cylinder. And afterwards, we burnt it, well, kind of like fire, to make it not really moldable anymore. Then we came back after a few days. We drowned it in a pool of glaze, then we fired it again. And my artifact will be that. And what was written on it was the poem, or short story that we got from the World War II timeline that we researched. Next up is the cooking. This is my first time cooking, so it was a delightful experience. We would slice, cut, split, mince, and fry the food, and then burn it to a degree that non-sentient life forms can survive, besides maybe tardigrades, because they're very special. And then we would lie the corpse on a plate awaiting to be consumed by anyone, because it's food. And research. This is very important to what we do in MPX because the teacher doesn't always give us the answers. We have to kind of research it, and through research, I was able to get a lot of extra information that I wouldn't in traditional classrooms. So it was great. We kind of have a method for researching. It's kind of 3 reliable sources, so meaning you go on a website, you get a source from there, it says maybe 1,000 people died due to this disease. Then you find the same comment or statement on other websites, and websites usually ending in .org, .gov, .edu, those kinds of things are usually very reliable. We would then convert this information that we've received into an infographic. It kind of also proves that we learned something from it because we're able to process it, take it in, and then convert it. An infographic would kind of be a visual representation of something. So maybe 1 million people died of a certain disease, and that would equal the population of East Timor or something. Next up, if you kind of notice, I said we. I said we a lot in my previous statements because collaboration is a major part in MPX. Granted, we do kind of do solo projects like the genetics project we're currently working on, but collaboration is key, and these are kind of some evident artifacts. We kind of made an infographic-ish of what our country we want it to be for Animal Farm project. And so I believe that MPX is very good and makes you be able to reach higher limits. And for me, it prepares me for real life, or in a sense of the real world, and I really enjoy it. Thank you for listening to my POL.
Okay, any questions? Question? What was the most challenging thing for you in this year?
Talking up here, I kind of skipped through a lot of what I was supposed to say.
Okay, so, okay. No questions, you guys? All right. Okay, thank you, Chris. Good job.